The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow. A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman. Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's volleyball matchup between your Pine City Dragons and the Proctor Rails. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'm out here at Pine City High School for what should be a great matchup between these two squads. We will, in a moment, get our A&W hometown handoff, but while I've got a moment, Pine City off to an 0-2 start, but that 0-2 start is not quite reflective of what this team is and will be. You know, they have not played in a tournament this year, much like really all the other teams that they have played against so far. They have not done that, and so they ran into two teams that had a lot of, one, experience, but two, had already played a few games up to that point of the season. So Pine City, don't let that 0-2 record fool you. This is a very good team, a team that's going to continue to improve as the season progresses. Of course, we're listening to this game on 106.5 FM AM 1350 or watching it on Q Media Sports YouTube channel. And, well, with that, you know, it is time for an A&W hometown handoff. Brought to you by A&W in Pine City. Grab a frosty root beer float, a juicy cheeseburger, or a savory mushroom and Swiss burger. A&W is rooting for all the players tonight. Good luck to the teams. It is time for a hometown handoff here, and we'll see if we can't get to Adam Hefty on the line. Adam Hefty, are you there over in Bram?
There we go. Okay. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Sorry. We had the hometown handoff going on right now. I got a little bit of an introduction to my game over here on Nice 95.5 FM. How about over there at your end?
Yeah, we're just getting started here. That clock has started ticking down, but as I mentioned, this is Pine City Proctor over here. Pine City 0-2 start, but unlike a lot of the other teams, they've only played those two games. They weren't in a tournament. But Andy over there, you're in Bram, as we know. Adam, you there? I think. Well, we'll continue with our pregame here. Our Here's the Pitch pregame here in Pine City. Your Here's the Pitch pregame brought to you by, of course, Here's the Pitch in North Branch. They're the premier indoor training facility. Fast pitch, slow pitch, or baseball batting cages. Tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. So be sure to check them out over there in North Branch.
We'll try better. This is all new.
So we'll try
I think we got you back there, Adam.
We'll try again at some point, maybe tonight or at a game down the line. The hometown handoff brought to us by, as a ball comes flying my way. Brought to us by Birchin's A&W over there in Pine City.
Say, Adam, can you hear me? It sounds like you're getting pelted.
Thank you. I need hazard pay. Thank you.
Bram coming into this.
Bram coming into this one, 2-3 on the season.
Maple Lake coming in.
We have Maple Lake coming in 1-4 on the season.
Both these teams played actually twice.
Both these teams played actually twice last season, once in a tournament, which the Irish defeated Bram 2-0. That was in Piers, and then they played later on October 8th with Maple Lake winning that one as well, sweeping the Bombers 3-0. So we have Bram and Maple Lake coming at you here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. We'll take a break for a sponsor. We'll get an interview with head coach Emily Giffro.
Well, we appreciate Adam Hefty over there in Bram. Thanks so much for giving us that update here. Again, that was your A&W hometown handoff. We're still working out the kinks, ladies and gentlemen. Still working out there. There are a few kinks here and there where we're still knocking off the rust, so to speak. So, give us a break. Give us a little bit of a break here as we go through. This is all new to us this year, but we are trying our best. A&W Pine City is proud to present tonight's hometown handoff. Swing in for a frosty root beer, delicious cheeseburger, and that mushroom and Swiss. Not only that, though, they've got those amazing cheese curds that are waiting for you. A&W is, of course, rooting for all the athletes playing here tonight. Of course, the A&W part of your Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the Pitch training facilities, batting cages, and even live instruction. Get your team trained at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Be sure to tune in during football games on Friday because, well, why do I say that? Because during half times of our football games this year, we're going to be talking with the owner of Here's the Pitch, Jan Bernier, each and every week. So be sure to tune in every Friday during the football games to hear an interview with the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch, Jan Bernier. Again, great, and it's so special to be able to have that interview. She is so kind to take time out of her busy schedule to do that. But with that, that's an introduction to our pregame here. So as not to spoil it all before we get to some sponsors, we will hear a word from some of our fine sponsors. And when we return, we'll be talking a little bit more about this game coming up here tonight between the Rails of Proctor and your Pine City Dragons. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on AM 1350
How do you want to be
WCMP.
celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Guy Fieri's Flavortown is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavortown is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavortown at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com. Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9.
WCMP.
That will never get old, hearing Paul Allen say our call letters. I don't care. It may be childish, but it's just so cool to me. Either way, I'm Ethan Game Day coming out here at Pine City High School for tonight's volleyball match between the Dragons and the Proctor Rails. Rails made the trip on the first day of school down to Pine City, came down 35 and actually not just about an hour, a little over an hour from Proctor down here to Pine City. So nice for Pine City that they didn't have to travel. In fact, this first week of play, they won't have to travel outside of Pine City High School. They will be playing 2 games this week, both of them at Pine City High School. So not a bad week for Pine City to be at home again. The first week of school, and they get to be home for both of their games. Meanwhile, Proctor coming down, of course, from Proctor, Minnesota. I've been fortunate to call one volleyball game up there. It was a playoff game. Pine City played up there, I think, against Proctor, actually. It was a good game. Unfortunately, Pine City did not come out on the right side of things that time, but it was a good game nonetheless, and it was really cool. One of the coolest things about this job that I absolutely love is being able to go to different high schools and see, first of all, the different layouts, the different builds, the different constructions, the different, just so many different things they got going on. And then, of course, the different gymnasiums, the history in those gymnasiums, the newness of those gymnasiums, the new construction. There's so many different things to look at when you're on the road, as I am for this specific job. Not that other people aren't on the road for their specific jobs, but I just think mine's a little special. Either way, as we get started here tonight, taking a look at these two teams, Proctor comes in sporting a 3-3 record. Now, they both play out of the same section, which is 7 double A. They both play out of that section, which is, well, in charge by Rush City, which I don't think too many of us are surprised at that. They're 6-0 right now, 1-0 in section play. The one team they beat was Pine City. Behind them is Mesabi East, then Greenway, Mora at 1-0, Esco at 6-1. So right now, if we look at it right now, obviously Rush and Esco are kind of the top teams that everyone's looking at. But I think this is one of the toughest, if not the toughest, sections for many different sports, and volleyball is no different. And Proctor coming into this game today is 3-3, so they have played 6 games up to this point in the first day of school. This will be their 7th. They're 3-3, 1-0 in section play, and we'll take a look at who they beat in section. But it all started with a tournament in Rush City, and they won 2, lost 2. They lost to Litchfield, then beat Coon Rapids, lost to Chisago Lakes, then beat Rockridge. Out of that tournament, they won 1, lost 1. They lost to Grand Rapids 3-0, and then beat Duluth Marshall 3-0. Now, there is a game on here that says they did play at Hibbing last Thursday. We'll see if we can't maybe find a score from that, or maybe that one got posted. I'm not quite sure what that looks like, but we'll see if we can't find a score for that. Again, that would have been last, Thursday, I said? We'll double-check that because my math is always off. Yeah, last Thursday. So that would have been last Thursday if they played that. Now, the MN Volleyball Hub, or any hub you try and look at, has changed a little bit, and I'm not a fan, but I'm also not a fan of change, but I digress. So Proctor has played, according to Minnesota Scores, on next 6 games. We're trying to find that Hibbing game, see if we got a score from that one. I'll buy some time. I'll talk because, well, that's my job, but as I try to find a score from that night. But again, 3-3, not too bad. Obviously, they would like to be a little bit, a little more on the winning side of things. But you know what? 3-3 at this point in the season is not bad. I especially with volleyball, and I even say it with basketball. You never really know what kind of a team you have when you've got a longer season that's over 15, 20 games, like you do with volleyball and basketball. And you just don't know in the first 2 weeks, I think, what your team is about and who they're going to be. Until that, third week, that's when I really think that's who you know. That's where everybody's, setting kind of where they're going to be, their positions and everything. So that's my opinion. Meanwhile, Proctor did beat Hibbing 3-0. So they are 4-3 on the season, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to reiterate that real quick. That was a 7-3 matchup was Hibbing, so they're not in the section. But either way, 4-3 coming into this point of the season. This is not going to be an easy game for Proctor. And I say that because it's the first day of school. This is the first day everyone is back in class. This is the first day everyone has had to go back, had to sit in the classroom for 8 hours, and then had to, I'm guessing for Proctor, come down right away after school and then get ready for a game. Meanwhile, Pine City players, they probably got to go home, chill a little bit, maybe even get a quick nap and come back, roll it out, stretch it out, hydrate, eat a little bit. So advantage for me is right now for Pine City on the simple fact that they get this game at home on the first day of school. If it was any other day, this is going to be an even game because these two teams play so well when they play each other. But I think Pine City has the advantage just because it's, again, reiterating the fact, it's the first day of school. Proctor made the drive down. Again, more than likely had to leave right after school got done. So there's a lot for Proctor that has kind of gone into tonight that, again, is going to be tough on the first day of school. There might be a little bit of fatigue that could set in here tonight, but we'll have to wait and see. Proctor, again, has been historically a very good team in this section, usually towards the top 6 of this section. Looking at it, looks like the section has shrunk maybe by a team or two, but I digress on that part of it. But they're usually up there in the towards the semifinals. Sometimes they get bounced by an ESCO or a Rush City, but this team has always been right there in the conversation for kind of making a run towards the semifinals and or section championship. But again, it's kind of been Rush City section the last handful of years now, and then it was ESCO, and I mean, there are so many teams that have had their chance in this section. It's been so much fun, but as of right now, it might be Rush City section for the foreseeable future. That team is still young and is only seemingly getting better. For Pine City, again, they're 0-2, but again, they didn't get to play in a tournament, much like what seems like everyone else did. Everyone else got to play in a tournament before the first game. Pine City did not, so they came into Rush City kind of cold, in my opinion. They played really well. That was a really competitive game for Pine City. They went out there, played their you-know-what's off, and, I mean, they did not miss a beat. It was really impressive to see them out there playing so well against, again, a team that everybody thinks is going to rule the conference and maybe the section again, but it was really impressive to see them go out there not thinking about, oh, this is Rush, oh, this or that. They just went out there, hey, let's play our game. Let's be our best, and, if we make mistakes, let's get over them quick and move on, and they did that. Then they came home against against Malacca this past Friday. That, again, in that game, it just looked like they were thinking too much about everything they were doing in that game. Well, I said it during the broadcast. I said, man, they just appear to be thinking too much. If they can just play, stop thinking about what they're doing and just play a little bit more freely. We saw that in the second set. They played a little bit more freely. That was the closest set of the night. They lost by 5 ultimately, but, man, it definitely was their best set of that night, and it looked really good. So I was really impressed. And if they can figure out a way to start the game against every team that they play to where they're not thinking about it. They're just going out and playing the game they love. They're not sitting about, okay, what do I got? Oh, I got to be here. Or what if I'm not here? They can't think. They just have to go out and play the game. You can tell when they're playing freely and they're just playing with each other and playing the game they love, man, it is a much different team. And if for me tonight, I think for Pine City, all they need to do is get off to a good start where they're just playing freely and not thinking about it too much. That is my opinion. We'll have to wait and see what truly comes to fruition. We're just about set for our national anthem and our starting lineups to get announced, so I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a commercial break, and then once we come back, we'll be ready for First Serve here on WCMP Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350.
HDX from Central Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating. It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local Central Boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
We are getting set for first serve here in Pine City. As we get our starting lineups for the Proctor Rails, it'll be number 1, Lily Tellerico. Number 2, Ellie Pease. Number 4, Savannah Baker. Number 9, Regan Reagan, excuse me. Then number 12, Lila Grusendorf. Number 15, Hannah Lynch. And 18, Alexis Vogel. For your Pine City Dragons, it'll be number 2, Allie Tollefson. Number 4, Taylor Tollefson. Then number 8, Taylor Haney. Number 9, Katie Thiemann. 11, Chloe Jurakovsky. 13, Tegan Rosinski. And the libero, number 20, Peyton Lau. Of course, on the other side for Proctor, the libero is number 4, Savannah Baker. Only a sophomore over there for Proctor. 2 pretty young teams, but they got some talent mixed in there as well with some veterans. So as we get started here for this one, Pine City in their black jerseys, the green half sleeves, the green side stripe, the white numbers, the green letters outlined in white. Proctor in their white jerseys, the black stripe on the side of the jersey, then the black stripe coming down from the shoulder to half of the sleeve. The what I believe to be black numbers outlined in green, and then the green letters for Proctor. Libero for Proctor will wear the black jersey, the white letters, the green numbers, and the green stripes. Libero for Pine City will wear the white jersey, the green letters and numbers outlined in black. So we get ready to see the starting 6 for Proctor. It will, of course, be Savannah Baker who will check in. And then you've got Regan Rodberg, Lila Grusendorf, Hannah Lynch, Alexis Vogel, and Lily Tellerico. For Pine City, it will be Allie Tollefson, Taylor Tollefson. That I know for sure. Then Taylor Haney, Chloe Jurakovsky, Tegan Rosinski, and Peyton Lau, the libero. And still trickling in here as this game gets started. Some Proctor fans in attendance as they've made the trip down. It will be Pine City to start with it. Taylor Haney will serve first, and it is up and it is over. Dug up there by Rodberg. Hit back across and just through a block, but Lau there on the back line for the dig. And looking for the kill and getting the kill. Well, we're actually going to get not an offense, but a infraction. That's what I was looking for on the side of Proctor. Meanwhile, it was Rosinski with what would have been kill if not for the whistle. But either way, this serve is over. Dug up again by Proctor. They'll hit it across. Dug up by Taylor Tollefson. Haney races after it, and Rosinski will get it across. Dug up by Proctor. Push across. It's Tallarico looking to get it over. Lau with a sliding dig. Set by Haney, and Rosinski gets it over. Dug up by Tallarico. Right down Broadway with that one. It's just going to go long on the hit, though, by Alexis Vogel, and it will be Pine City's point 2-0. A good hit there by Alexis Vogel. Just a little bit long, though. Just over that back line by maybe a foot. Haney will serve. And that's going to be an ace for Taylor Haney. So Haney with the serve ace, and it's 3-0 Pine City. A good start for the Dragons. Again, this is the first day back for all students. So Proctor had to make the drive down. This is less than ideal if you're Proctor because, well, first day, there's going to be a little fatigue. Haney, another serve. She goes opposite court, but it's dug up on the dive. Vogel will look for the kill, and this time she does get the kill to get the rails on the board 3-1. That's a good hit. Just no one there on that back half line on the far side. Now to serve for Proctor's Hannah Lynch. Her serve is over. Lau with the dig. It's a good dig. Then Haney and hit across there by Jurakovsky. Dug up by the rails, and they will look to hit it over. Oh, and a diving dig by Haney is not going to be enough as Lila Grusendorf is going to get the kill. I have a niece named Lila. 3-2. And Lynch will serve. It's over. Lau with the dig. Set by Haney. Now for Allie Tollefson. She's going to get it over. It hits the top of the net, gets over. Proctor is going to wind up getting it back across. Lau with the dig to Haney. Setting it up for Allie Tollefson, the left-handed. Oh! Oh, no way. That was definitely in. Let's get a replay on that one because that's an unfortunate missed call there. And she's human. Let's be real. It's not like we're asking her to be a robot and be perfect. That was just one that's, they get maybe a call back there. Meanwhile, we're going to get a replay on that one. Let's take a look because that looked like it was in. Let's see. Here's the set, or the dig, the set, and then we're not going to get it in time. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We're working out the kinks on that as well. Serving now for the Dragons is Tegan Rosinski. It's going to wind up being an ace for Tegan Rosinski. Diving dig will push it out of bounds, and Tegan Rosinski with the ace. She had a couple of those on Friday. Serve is over. This time, Tallarico with the dig, and Vogel will look for the kill. Dug up nicely by Lau, setting it up for Taylor Tollefson on this near side, but hit it into the net. Oh, a frustrating point there for Pine City. She knew she had that one. She wants that one back. Rosinski will check out. In comes Addison Roberts. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Taylor Tollefson. I think she maybe just had too much time to think about that one. The serve is over this time from Lily Tallarico. Dug up by the Dragons. Allie Tollefson on the far side. Looking for the kill, but it's dug up by Lynch on the back line. Getting it, and they just do get it over the net. Roberts with the dig to Haney. And looking for the kill. That is Rosinski, who somehow got it, or Jurakovsky, who got it over, but through a block. Now Taylor Tollefson looks for the kill. Diving dig by Tallarico, and they can't keep it alive. And it's going to be Taylor Tollefson who gets one back. And the kill there for Taylor Tollefson. That's good for her. Lau will check out. Now checking in for her is Katie Thiemann. Back to serve will be Chloe Jurakovsky. 6-4. Serve is over. Dug up on the back line by Tallarico. On the far side, it's tipped over. Dive by Haney for the dig, and unfortunately a miscommunication there. Thiemann was there. I think she may have thought either of the Tollefson sister was going to get it. Meanwhile, Jurakovsky out, Lau in. And back to serve for Proctor is Alexis Vogel, 6-5. And this one just over the net may have confused Tollefson. That's Taylor Tollefson a little bit. That one was such a line drive. It looked like it was going to hit the top of the net and then somehow just missed it. And I think that's what Tollefson was expecting, is it to hit the net, and then it wound up hitting down, so it's actually an ace for Vogel. This one will be a little bit over better. Roberts with the set. Tollefson. Was that blocked at the net? I think it was. I think it was blocked at the net, and if so, that's Reagan Rodberg, with the block. 7-6, Proctor with their first lead. Vogel with the serve. Dug up by Roberts. Unfortunately, that's going to push it into the scorers table. That's an ace for Proctor. So Vogel will be back to serve, her second ace in her last 3 serves. She's going to lob this one over. Haney, not the cleanest of digs, but Roberts after it, and Taylor Tollefson will get it back over. Oh, almost got down, but Tallarico there at the last second. They'll get it over, and Lau trying to get the dig, but Pease, that's Emily Pease with the kill for Proctor, and now it's 9-6 Proctor. Lau has a quick word with head coach Tollefson, just kind of discussing as to what maybe went wrong or what she's seen. Still Vogel serving for the Rails. She'll serve again, lob it over. It's not going to get there, though, and that's a serve error as that one gets into the net, and Pine City gets one back. So they trail 9-7 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Got a little bit of perspiration on the floor. They get cleaned up quickly. Lau tried to throw that back, but that towel then came undone, so it floated and stayed close to the court. But they get it up. Allie Tollefson, the southpaw, will get it over. Dug up on the back line by Baker. And they're going to have to get a lot of power on this one to get it over. Tallarico does a good job of that. Thiemann with the dig. Haney sets to Taylor Tollefson looking for the kill, and it's there! Taylor Tollefson, you can't get much accurate than that. Much more accurate than that. That's English. That was a great job by Taylor Tollefson, recognizing where the open spot on the court was, and just perfect placement on that one. Get to that in just a moment. This one is up and over. Tallarico with the dig for Proctor. On the far side, they try and get it back across. Taylor Tollefson got a hand on it. Lau was the last line of defense. Unfortunately, she could not get that one lifted into the air. It winds up going backwards off of her attempted dig, and it will be Proctor's point once again, 10-8. We will see Izzy Jahula check in, as does Avery Curris, for Proctor, and it will be Izzy Jahula back to serve, 10-8 Proctor. Line drive serve, 2 Dragons go after. They wind up getting it, though. Taylor Tollefson has to lift this one over. It is over, dug up by Jahula, and this one hit back across, blocked at the net. Allie Tollefson there ready. Haney will set, setting it up for Katie Thiemann, and that's going to get down for Katie Thiemann, a kill. Katie Thiemann, that one was set up as perfectly as you can get for her. And it will be Tegan Rosinski checking in for Addison Roberts. See a little bit more of a rotation this year for the Dragons. I like it. Meanwhile, it'll be Taylor Tollefson back to serve. And this one's over. Dug up by Tallarico. And over on the far side, they'll look to get across. Blocked at the net. Dug up by Allie Tollefson. Haney sets from about the middle of the court. Taylor Tollefson gets that one back across. It's up and over. And hitting it into the net is Avery Curris. And we're tied back at 10 apiece. Four Seasons Photography in the building tonight, taking some pictures for Pine City. That's how you know the fall sports season is officially underway. Taylor Tollefson to serve again. Tallarico on the back line. They'll tap it over. Lau can't get there in time. And that is just a great job by Proctor to realize, hey, nobody's home. Just tap it across. Got to give credit where it's due. Reagan Rodberg will now go back to serve for the Rails. Serve is over. Tollefson with the dig. That's Taylor. Haney now to Katie Thiemann. Good spot for that one, but dug up cleanly. Racing towards the front. They get the set. Now over. Lau with the dig. Haney sets. So she'll push it back across, but it's dug up there by Rodberg. Rodberg will have to hit it back across. Taylor Tollefson with the clean dig. Set by Haney. Now it's Rosinski who can't quite get it over the net, and she hits it into the net to make it 12 to 10 rather. Math is hard, ladies and gentlemen. If you've listened to me at all, you know this by now. 12-10, Proctor with the lead. Rodberg will serve, and that one's going to go long. So an error there by Rodberg, and Pine City will get one back, 12-11. Back to serve is Lau. Thiemann out. Back in is Chloe Jurakovsky for Pine City. Lau serve, up and over, line drive serve. The libero got to it. They are going to wind up getting this one, and then they do get it over. Brzezinski gets the dig. Allie Tollefson will look to hit it back across. This one's towards the net. They somehow keep that alive, push it across. Dug up by Haney. It'll be set by Lau for Brzezinski again. Towards the back line, but just a little too much on that one. And in fact, Pine City's going to catch a break as we got a infraction on Proctor. I'm not quite sure what the infraction was. Maybe someone into the net. So Pine City's going to catch a break there, and they'll tie it up at 12. Any way you can get it, as I like to say. Serve up by Lau. It's over. Dug up this time by Baker. Back over. Through a block, and oh, man. I think what caught Tollefson and Lau off guard is the fact that it got through the block. I don't think they were expecting that one to get through the block, but it just went backwards through the block. And unfortunately, that will be Proctor point in front of a diving Tollefson. Back to serve for the Rails will be Ellie Pease. Again, a little bit more perspiration on the floor. They get that wiped up, though. 13-12 Proctor. Again, it's Ellie Pease to serve, the junior for the Rails. Pease serve is over. Lau with a diving dig, but it's going to push it into the bleachers. An ace there for Ellie Pease. It's a good attempt by Lau on that far sideline, but just couldn't get there in time. And this one again, trying to get it to Lau, but it will be into the net. Seen a few of those tonight from Proctor, and that one will be back to Pine City. Pine City's been helped out a few times tonight by the Proctor Rails, hitting it into the net, but we've also seen some good here tonight from Pine City. Can they string it together now and, one, get this lead back and then start to pull away? Hitting it across, getting the dig is Taylor Tollefson. Lau sets, and Haney, oh, not enough. And you could kind of tell with the way she was going about that hit, it just missed the mark, and unfortunately, that will be Proctor's point again. We'll get a substitution. Grusendorf will check back in, as will Hannah Lynch. And Lynch will go back to serve for the Rails. 15-13 they lead. Back and forth they go here in this one. Lynch, the senior, serves. It's over. Tollefson with the dig. Haney sets on this near side for Allie Tollefson. The left-hander is down for the kill. Baker tried to get to it, but Allie Tollefson, she just puts some nasty movement on her hits, and it's just so hard for anyone to get a good read on it. Brzezinski will now serve for the Dragons. It is up, and it is over. Dug up there by Rodberg. And they look for the kill. Blocked at the net! That time by Jarakowski, and it's going to go long on the hit. Jarakowski with the block, and that's a big reason why Pine City got that point. What a great play there by Chloe Jarakowski to get the block. And we're all tied at 15 apiece. Again, a little bit more of something, some sort of liquid on the floor. Again, I'm assuming it's sweat, so girls are playing hard out there, both sides. Tegan Brzezinski to serve. It's up, and it is over. And dug up by Baker. And that's not going to get over on the third hit. Another point back for Pine City, and now they retake the lead they once had here in this first set, 16-15. Can they now string it together and pull away from Proctor? They've been this close in this first set. Can they now do it? Serve. And a formation error there by Proctor will give Pine City another point, 17-15. Trisha Hula asking kind of, hey, what happened? How can I let my girls know that we got to be in the right spot there before this next serve? But, hey, Pine City now with a 2-point lead as Brzezinski will set and serve. It's up and over. And it's dug up by the Rails. They'll try and get this one over. Does Baker. To Brzezinski, dig. And Allie Tollefson looking for the kill. Not quite. Great dig by Proctor. They get it back over. Lau with the dig. Haney sets. Taylor Tollefson looking to come back with one. And it gets down off the block. Taylor Tollefson with the kill. And now they've strung a few together here. It's now 18-15. As I just mentioned, they've been this close to pulling away, and now they're doing so. Can they continue to do so with Tegan Rosinski serving? It's up and over. Dug up on the back line. They push it over, and I mean just, over the head of Haney. In fact, that might have been more for Allie Tollefson to get the block there. I think the way that one was set up, I think it might have been her who maybe should have got the block there, but I digress because I don't know. Now checking in is Roberts for Rosinski. Serve is over. Lau with the dig. It stays low, but Taylor Tollefson there to help her out. Allie Tollefson will hit it back over. Dug up by the rails. Now coming across. Blocked at the net, Taylor Tollefson, and it's going to, well, Proctor does wind up getting it back over, but it hits the net, rolls out of bounds. So Taylor Tollefson, we'll credit her with a block. She's having quite a night here this evening. Jarakovsky back to serve for Pine City. Dug up on the midline. And hit back over. Roberts with the dig. Haney sets and hit back over by Thiemann. Just a high dig there for Proctor. They smack it over. Roberts with the dig. Haney will set for Allie Tollefson. The southpaw hits it over. Dug up by Proctor at the midline. Then they're going to get it back across it. I don't know if that was blocked or if it hit the net, but Allie Tollefson was there. I think it hit the net and stayed on the side of Proctor. Either way, Pine City now leads 20-16 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And, just a little too much juice on that one from Chloe Jarakovsky. So we'll go long, and it will be Proctor's point. 20-17, though. As now to serve is Vogel. Diving dig from Roberts. Lau will set. Taylor Tollefson gets it back across. Set it up for Proctor. They'll look. Blocked at the net again. Katie Thiemann is there, and it's going to get back over. Dug up by Lau towards the front of the net. Haney. Diving dig by Thiemann. Haney sets. Taylor Tollefson. Can she pay it off? She will. That was tipped. That was tipped at the net by Proctor. It's going to be a kill for Taylor Tollefson. Oh, the Dragons are feeling it here tonight. 21-17 now. Great job, Taylor Tollefson. As now Allie Tollefson will serve, and that's going to be an ace for Allie Tollefson. The Proctor player just could not get a good read on that one, and we're going to get a timeout here by the rails. What a performance so far by Pine City. 22-17, back after a 30-second break here on WCMP.
1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaps into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
Yeah, well, not the commercial I wanted to play either, folks. But we do broadcast their games because we do have some Wisconsin fans. Some people in Wisconsin, well, actually, the good people in Wisconsin listen to our station, and, well, they unfortunately like the Packers. I know. I don't like to hear it as much as you do, but we do carry them, and we're happy that the Packers are willing to be one of our, or we're allowed to be one of their partners to broadcast their games. It is truly special and a blessing to be able to do that. So as much as I don't like hearing it, it is truly special for our station to be able to do that, because there's not too many that can in Minnesota that can say, hey, we carry Packers games. And again, we do have a lot of Packers fans because, well, let's be honest, they moved from Wisconsin to the better state. So yeah, there's that. Back to the game at hand. I'll stop stepping on some Packers fans' toes. I hope my stepdad's not listening. He's a huge Packer fan. Him and I always go back and forth, but it's all out of love, him and I. Allie Tollefson will serve. Her team leads 22-17. It's going to be another ace for Allie Tollefson. Back-to-back aces. Her team leads 23-17 now. You just can't, when that serve comes from the left hand, it is so hard to get a clean read on it because you're so used to the right hand. When it comes from the left, it's so different. And this one almost gets down again at the net. It is dug up by Proctor. Somehow they get it over. Now Katie Thiemann looks to pay it off, and she does. Katie Thiemann will get it over the net for the kill, and it's set point Pine City 24-17. Allie Tollefson will look to try and wrap this first set up. Serve over, dug up cleanly, this time by Baker at the net. They'll get the kill. Very nice job there by Ellie Pease of Proctor. And that one almost too easy for her, as that one was, I mean, she squared it up. And again, she didn't hit it too hard because she didn't need to. Just gave it a nice firm smack across and got it down for the point. Back to serve for the Rails is Izzy Jahula. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right. That's I have a feeling I'm not. Dug up by Lau and hit back across by Taylor Tollefson looking for the kill. Taylor Haney will finish it off with the kill, and Taylor Haney will finish it off. The Dragons take set one over Proctor, 25-18 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. What a first set here for Pine City. They led, they trailed then for a good chunk, and then they led and they finished it off. What a fun first set for Pine City. That was so much fun. Well, now we're going to get to our Hones set break. Hones Auto Body, brought to you by Hones Auto Body Glass and More. Hones Wright and More has state-of-the-art facilities and 44-plus years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. Time for your Hones Auto Body and Glass set break here on Anthem Country WCMP.
Now it's time for the Q Media Sports set break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Still in our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime. It is the halftime, but it is also our set break sponsor. Thanks to Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora, 44 years of experience. Pine City takes the first set 25-18 over the Proctor Rails. And again, what an entertaining first set. They got the lead early on. They led by 4-0 before Proctor came back. It was tied. Then Proctor overtook the lead from Pine City. Led for a good chunk of this set. Then Pine City came back and scored, 10, 12 of the last 13 points, something like that. Their run that they went on, they only allowed Proctor 1 point in the run and I think, I'm terrible with remembering. My memory is just awful, but they did such a great job of going on that run and allowing the 1 point from Proctor via really an honestly good kill from Ellie Pease, but just a great run from Pine City. Now they've got some momentum. Can they bring that forth here to the second set and continue throughout the game? And can that keep them playing freely? That's what we kind of seen here in this first set, is just they were able to not think too much and play freely. So we will wait for the original six to get on the court. And Proctor's is ready, as is Pine City. It will be Proctor with the serve first here in set number 2. Fans still piling in. This is getting close to, it's starting to get a little full in here, ladies and gentlemen. Hannah Lynch to serve for Proctor to begin set number 2. There's the serve, dug up by Lau. It's going to go all the way back over the net. Dug up by Proctor, and now they look for the kill, but it's off the net, maybe off a block. Dug up by Haney, and Taylor Tollefson will hit it across, and it is just a little too strong on the cross-court hit from Taylor Tollefson. It'll be a point for Proctor, but a really smart play by Tollefson, just a tad too much juice on it. Hannah Lynch will serve. It's up and it's over, dug up by Lau. Oh, and, well, a little bit of miss-hit there, and then a little bit of miscommunication there on Pine City side. 2-0. Just got to stay positive and serve is long, just barely, but it's long. That's a tough one to lay off of, I will say that, but it is the smart play. Tegan Rosinski will go back to serve now for Pine City. Now, Tegan Rosinski is one of the few seniors on this squad. Even though they are seniors, they're still not a ton of experience, though. But it's coming in quick. Blocked at the net by Pine City. Gets through the block, dug up by Haney. And Lau will hit it back over. And unfortunately, again this time, just going to get a little too much on it as it travels out of play. And looks like we will get a sub here. Rosinski out in is Roberts. And Tallarico will serve. Her serve is over. Lau with the dig. Haney sets for Taylor Tollefson. And that one's going to get into the net. Yeah, unfortunately there, I think it was, that one just seemed a little bit off from the get-go. Just a little bit rushed, I think, on all three parts of that point. Now serve is over here by Tallarico, dug up by Lau. Oh, my goodness. And Allie Tollefson, I think, just maybe got a little confused as to what was supposed to be going on there. Thiemann will check in for Lau, and Thiemann will go to the back line. Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. Maybe just a lapse in the thinking. That happens to the best of us. Roberts will get that one, and you know what, Haney, she was set up in a good spot. She just didn't get there, and I think for Haney, she's just got to be a little bit more aggressive on that. And I think she wanted to say that maybe there should have been a violation called on Proctor, but if you're Haney on that, I think that she'll be told, hey, you got to be a little bit more aggressive on that one. And the set there goes into the referee, who is standing on the ladder there on the far side. And you can tell all of a sudden Haney getting a little down on herself here. She needs her teammates to come rally behind her. And you know what? Why not get herself a big play with a big hit or a kill or a block? I mean, it feels like she could use that. Serve is over. Diving dig by Roberts, dug up. And then back over by Haney, and she's going to get the kill. Just what she needed. She needed a little bit of a comebacker there. She gets it with that one on the kill. So Taylor Haney will get the kill, and back to serve will be Chloe Jurkowski. Good for Haney. You know, she was starting to get a little bit down on herself, you could tell just by the body language, but she gets that kill there, and that should definitely help this team get back to what they had going in that first set. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Now back to serve again, Chloe Jurkowski. Her serve is up, lob serve over, dug up by Baker at the front line. Oh, it's going to be... No, it's going to be long. I thought I had heard it go off of a fingertip at the net of Pine City. It did not. It went long, and I think the scoreboard might be wrong. It says 8-7. I know that's not quite the score. They're getting it fixed down there, though. It's 7-3. There we go. They do a great job of getting that fixed. Jurkowski, meanwhile, with a racing dig. Haney sets, and then Thiemann does a good job just to get that one over. Great hustle stats there for Pine City. Hit over. Ooh, that's a lift. Yeah, that's a lift for sure. When she got it, she kind of made a swooping motion under. I was like, well, that's not quite allowed in volleyball. Can't quite carry it like that to get it over. I like the attempt, though. I like the attempt. 7-4, Pine City trails by 3, but they're on the comeback trail. Jurkowski's serve is over, dug up there by Rodberg, and they'll get it. Oh, it's through a block of Tollefson and Thiemann. It's going to get down a kill that time. I think it was Rodberg who wound up getting that one back for the kill. So 8-4 now, and back to serve is Alexis Vogel. Vogel will serve. It's up and over to Lau with the dig. Set by Haney, and Allie Tollefson with the kill. She comes back with one, And that was a good-looking one. She knew exactly where she wanted to go and what she needed to do with it, and she executed to perfection. That ball might have even left the gymnasium. Allie Tollefson will serve. Again, the southpaw serve. Up and over. Dug up there by Rodberg. Hit over. Oh, and, well, Ellie P's got an assist there from the net. That one hit the net and completely took a different direction. Even dove down after hitting the net. So a little bit of a assist there for Ellie P's from the net. It's 9-5. Zijahula will step in to serve now for the Rails. Her serve is up and it is over. Roberts with the dig. Allie Tollefson there. Taylor trying to get her hand there to get that ball at least lifted over, but it's into the net, and nothing she could do on that one. She gave it all she could, but again, she didn't want to get into the net herself. So that's an unfortunate point right there. A serve from Jahula is over, dug up by Lau. Haney and Taylor Tollefson will get it over. Dug up there by Rodberg. Rodberg will look for the kill off a block. Rodberg will get another kill for the Rails, and it's 11-5. And looks like we're going to get a timeout called here by Pine City. So while they take a timeout, we will as well. Back
Your
after 30
journey to a
seconds here on
smile you'll love
WCMP.
forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you'll embrace forever.
And on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the Dragons trail here in this second set, 11-5. They lead 1-0, though. And this set far from over. Certainly been a fast start, though, for the Proctor Rails. Pine City just had a few mistakes that, unfortunately, they kind of, I don't want to say but they, allowed to snowball into some bad thinking. And sometimes you get this team is so hard on themselves, which, again, I don't want to say is good, but it is good because, they hold themselves to a high standard, but it's not good in the sense that you don't want them to get into their own head too much, as Addison Roberts there, just not quite in the right position for that one, didn't quite have her hands in the right position, as we see from Coach Tollefson. Just teaching her up real quick on which exactly way she needs to get everything so she can get that one a little bit better next time. Hula with the serve, and that one's going to go out of bounds. So Pine City will get one back. It's 12-6. Tegan Rosinski will check in for Roberts. And back to serve is Taylor Tollefson. Tollefson's serve is over, dug up by Rodberg. Oh, a sliding set on the front line, and Pine City cannot allow that. That was right in the middle of a couple of players, and they needed that one. It's another point there for Proctor. Back to serve Reagan Rodberg. Yeah, that's one that Pine City. And again, sometimes they get, I don't want to say a little too passive, but sometimes they do, and they need to be more aggressive. If that's one thing that I think this team will work on, is just being a little bit more aggressive on everything in their game. As talk about aggressive, Taylor Haney raced after that one into the bleachers, and man, she almost tumbled. She was being aggressive after that one. I like it. But again, that one just a little bit tough. It was off the dig, just pointed it towards the bleacher. She did everything she could to keep that one alive. Rodberg to serve for Proctor, 14-7. It's over. Duck up by Pine. And hit over by Katie Thiemann. Off a block, it gets through. Katie Thiemann with another kill. Thiemann only a junior, but helping out her team in any way she can. Back to serve is Lau. And checking in is Chloe Jurkowski for, didn't quite see who she came in for. Is that Allie? She came in for Allie Tollefson. Lau will serve. It is dug up by Tallarico. On the back line, Rodberg will look for the kill. Dug up nicely by Allie Tollefson, so it wasn't Allie Tollefson. And Tegan Rosinski was there. I just don't think she could get a good enough read on it. She was kind of looking over her shoulder, had to go back the other way, then right overhead, kind of like a receiver going on a go route, trying to catch that ball over the shoulder. Just couldn't get a good enough read on it, and that one will fall. It'll be another point for Proctor. Serve is over this time by Pease. Dug up by the Dragons. Nice job by Haney trying to catch him off guard, but too quick to react, and they'll push it over. That's going to go out, though, long on the hit by Proctor. Pine City gets a point back. 15-9. And they're keeping it close, but Pine City just needs to put a few together here, eliminate some of the mistakes that they've had, and they'll be right back in this thing. Pine City, right now, I don't want to say that they're necessarily for sure the better team, but they definitely have the advantage. We'll put it that way. Serve is over, dug up by the rails. They get it back over. Tollefson with the dig. Allie Tollefson will push it over, then dug up by Baker. They'll set it up on this near side here. Off a block, and Tegan Rosinski did all she could to get another hand on it for the dig. And unfortunately, she just couldn't give it enough lift, and you could tell by her facial expression, she was like, ooh, I'm sorry. Not that she needs to be sorry, because she did all she could, but 16-9. Back to serve, Hannah Lynch. Serve is over, dug up, by Rosinski, and she was in position for the dig, just did not get set cleanly, for it, and unfortunately that is going to be an ace there for Hannah Vogel. And Rosinski will want that one back. Maybe she can get one back here. She does. Gets the dig that time. Haney sets. Allie Tollefson looks for the kill, and that is, right spot, a little too much on it. Again, the right placement for that one by Allie Tollefson, but just a little bit long. 18-9. Proctor, it seems like it's lopsided, but I tell you what, it's not as lopsided as you may think. Lau with the dig. Haney will set, and just out of position there, but Rosinski winds up getting it over. Now pushing it down, and, well, that's Alexis Vogel, and that, again, didn't need to do too much on that one. She did just what she needed. 19-9, timeout called here by Pine City, and unfortunately, not going their way right now. They need to turn things around in a hurry. Back after a word from our fine sponsors.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Dragons have used their second and final timeout of the set. Trail by 10, and again, I know it looks lopsided. I know it very much looks like Proctor's in control, which, let's be honest, they are. But it really is not as lopsided as it seems, because Pine City, for the most part, has kind of shot themselves in the foot. And take away these mistakes, they're right in this one. Taylor Tollefson, a late dive for that one, and then Jarokovsky tried to get it lifted, but just could not. And right now, it just seems like Pine City's just a little bit out of position. But, of course, again, I'm not a volleyball expert, so I would not know. Serve is over by Lynch. It's dug up by Rosinski. Haney with the set, and then blocked at the net by Proctor. Wow, what a block there by Alexis Vogel. I mean, that was clean and impressive. What a block. That's about as clean as you can get if you're Vogel. 21-9, serve over, dug up by Rosinski late. And you can't blame her, because it looked like possibly Haney was going to get it. She didn't, and as she didn't, she tried at that last second to get the dig, and maybe just a miscommunication there. But to even put further blame on no one, that was right on the sideline with them two. So it was really hard to tell if it was going to go stay in play or not. And now trying to set it up is Jarokovsky, and she hits it into the net. She wants that one back. She had that one squared up, ready to absolutely mash that one, but hits it into the net. This one is over a diving dig attempt from Lau, and the Dragons just need a reset here. They just need to get out of this set, forget this one happen, and move on, because it just has been their set, and that is okay. Sometimes that happens. 24-9, an ace there from Lynch. Her serve is another ace. Yeah, this is just a set that Pine City needs to get out of and forget. So set 2 will belong to Proctor, 25-9. And Pine City will come back and get things fixed as we get ready to begin the third set. But it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for a Hones Auto Body and Glass set break. ICAR and ASC certified Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora is recommended by insurance companies. Had an accident? Let Hones Auto Body and Glass fix you up. Back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Now it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Pine Technical and Community College is turning 60. Are you an alumni or friend of the college? Join us for an all-class reunion and the grand opening of our brand new Tech and Trades Labs. Friday, October 10th. Reconnect with classmates, explore state-of-the-art learning spaces, and celebrate 6 decades of changing lives in our community. Mark your calendar, Thursday, October 10th in PTCC's brand new Automotive Lab. Details and RSVP at pine.edu/60 years. See you there.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP, Game Day Gilman here for Pine City and Proctor. Pine City is now tied with Proctor 1 set apiece. They took set 1, 25-18. Proctor took this second one, though, 25-9. And again, it wasn't so much that Pine City was out of it. It almost more or less they shot themselves in the foot too much and just kind of couldn't get out of their own way. And I'm not trying to talk bad on Pine City at all. That's not what I'm talking about at all here. They just, again, they need to get back to playing free. They need to get out of their own heads a little bit and get back to getting that good self-talk, as Coach Tollefson has said so often that they try to preach to the girls, and I think that's so important too, because in sports, it's so easy to hit that negative self-talk and it can spiral. Not that it does for these young ladies, but I'm just speaking from experience as a sports guy who has played a lot of sports. The huddle camera having a malfunction. So there we go. Back up and going for now. But here in this one again, it will be set number 3 after that Hones Auto Body set break. Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard shows us tied at 1 apiece. We're headed for at least a 4th set. Pine City will start the serve here in the 3rd. It'll be Taylor Haney. We've started to fill up in the gymnasium, ladies and gentlemen. Set 1, people were still getting in, and it's since started to fill up. Meanwhile, Proctor gets the dig, and the hit is long by Vogel. Pine City gets the first point. Now, Proctor got the first point and then a few more in that first set, or the second set, rather. And then Pine City will score first here in this one. Serve by Haney is over. 2 different rails go after it, but they wind up getting the dig through a block. Vogel gets it through both Jurakovsky's and Allie Tollefson's block. And that's one, I think, if you're maybe Coach Tollefson, you're saying, hey, we got to be a little bit better on the block there. That was too light of a hit to get through 2 sets of hands. Meanwhile, now the serve. Oh, it's over. It hits the net and then gets over on the serve from Tallarico. Proctor tries to hit it over on the second on the set. Reagan Rogberg, though, hits it into the net, and Pine City gets another one back, 2-1. Student section for Pine City getting into it all of a sudden, and a little bit of juice back for Pine City's team. Deegan Rosinski will serve. It's over, dug up by Tallarico on the far side, setting it up for Rodberg. Lau with the dig, it's back over the net. They'll set it up again this time. Vogel hits it into the net, and Pine City will get a gift there, make it 3-1. Now, if you're Pine City, you don't necessarily want to get all your points because of errors from the other side, but you're also kind of okay with it but you also want to know that your team can get it done themselves. Vogel will look for the kill and just past the effort of Haney. It'll be a kill for Vogel. Vogel, speaking of, will go back to serve. Roberts will check in for Rosinski. Vogel's serve is over. Roberts with the dig. Haney sets, and Allie Tollefson. The left-handed kill attempt was there, and it's going to get down for the kill. Allie Tollefson will get another one here tonight. That's her third, along with 2 aces. And back to serve now will be Chloe Jurakovsky. Serve is over. Dug up there by Rodberg to the back line, and then they do get it over by Lynch. Diving dig there by Jurakovsky, set for Taylor Tollefson, but just too much on it. Good, again, another good hit by Tollefson. Right spot for that one. Just a little bit long. Jurakovsky out, Lau in. Couple subs here for Proctor. They'll go with 2. And back to serve is Izzy Jahola. Or Jahola? Jahula? And I apologize if you're a Proctor fan listening, and I know I'm botching that last name. I apologize. I'm not trying. Serve is over, dug up by Pine City. Allie Tollefson looks to come back with a diving on the dig. Was Haney after the block by Proctor, but it's going to get down anyways for a Proctor point. It'll be tied at 4 apiece. Serve is over, dug up by Taylor Tollefson to Allie on the far side, and Taylor, and a little too far on that one, and she's extremely upset with herself on that one. You see, she just hunched over and was like, you gotta be kidding. She did, though. She had the perfect spot again for that. And, you know, for Pine City, they're getting these in the correct spots. It's just they need to take a little juice off. Haney with the set that will go over. And now Proctor will get it back across. Lau will set, or dig rather, then set by Haney. And I don't know what happened there. Katie Thiemann looked a little bit confused. I don't know if she got fooled by Allie Tollefson, who went for the jump on the far side and maybe thought that she had it or what, but a little bit of confusion there for Pine City. Leads to another point for Proctor, 6-4. Let's see if Katie Thiemann can't get one back for herself here. Lau on the diving dig, gets it across the net. It'll be set for Proctor, and just past the hands of Taylor Tollefson. Pretty good hit there, though, for Rodberg, and she'll get credited with the kill. Sahola still serving. Roberts dig. Haney sets for Taylor Tollefson. She wants one back, but nice dig there by Rodberg. Well, Proctor celebrating a little too early there, and Allie Tollefson will get the block. Yeah, they celebrated, and that might be a teaching moment. There was some celebration for Proctor after the nice dig. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a good dig, but celebrating a little too early. Need to get back to focusing on getting that ball. And now Allie Tollefson will serve. Oh. You talk about a team catching a break. You had 2 Proctor players who were simply not ready, and I mean not ready for that one. They got lucky that one went out of bounds because they were just simply, I don't know where their heads were at on that one, but they were just not ready. And that dig is going to send it right to the middle of the net. LEP is I don't know if that counted as a block or a kill. I think it would count as a kill. All she had to do was just push it down, really. Leave her fingertips up there and let it hit. That's all she had to do. 9-5, Proctor. Serve is over, dug up by Lau. Hit back over by Haney, and a great job by Taylor Haney to get that one. Smart play by Haney, realizing, hey, I'm not going to get this set in a good enough spot, and I'm just going to hit it over. Rosinski checks back in for Roberts. Back to serve is Taylor Tollefson. Serve. Oh, that was in. That was in on that back corner on the near side. And she, a sharpshooter on that one, man. 8-ball corner pocket. 9-7. Taylor Tollefson with an ace. Do it again. Trying to. Similar spot and similar outcome. Even though the dig attempt was there, she's going to wind up getting an ace. And now there's some juice back on the Pine City side. Taylor Tollefson, one of the senior captains for this squad. Serve is over. Miscommunication on the dig, but Proctor does get it over. Taylor Tollefson will get the dig. Haney sets. Katie Thiemann looking for a hit, but had just out of position on that one. Didn't get that one set the way she would have liked to have. Not blaming the set on Haney, just herself set up kind of in the way she would have liked to have. And again, still looking for that kind of redemption hit for herself. As Ellie Peace will line up to serve, and that's going to go long. So Pine City gets one back. Katie Thiemann will check out. In for her is Chloe Jurakovsky. And again, a little bit more rotation this year. Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly, but it seems like there's a little bit more of a rotation this year than last year. Again, I could be thinking wrong, but serve is over, dug up by Proctor. Hit back across, dug up by Tollefson. Setting it up for Rosinski, and that one going to get down off the block. Excuse me, that was Jurakovsky who tried to get there, but unable to get it cleanly, and a couple subs back in and out for Proctor. 11-9 is the Proctor lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at embraceamen.com. Back to serve is Hannah Lynch. It is over. Dug up by Lau. Haney sets. Rosinski will look for the kill, and it's long. And Rosinski, a little upset with herself on that one. Knows she had it. Because she had it squared up pretty nicely. Just couldn't quite get it down. This serve is over. Dug up again by Lau. Back at the net. And again, Haney was there. She's got to be a little bit more aggressive. And another block. I think that was Vogel. 13-9. Now, if you're Pine City, you gotta get away out of this little slump, if you will, that you're in. You're trailing by 4. There's still plenty of time to come back. This is about the spot of that first set where Pine City turned things around and went on that incredible run where they really only allowed a couple points from Proctor, and then they wound up winning it. So let's see if they can't do that again here. This one's going to get at the net, over the net. Oh, my goodness. And so the dig from Grusendorf wound up hitting the top of the net, got down. Brzezinski got a piece of it, and then no one else on her team was able to catch up to it. Another 14-9 lead still for Proctor. I don't know why I said another. I think I might have been going for another point. But meanwhile, this serve dug up by Taylor Tollefson on the back line. Jurakovsky looking for the kill. It was blocked at the net, so it will stay alive. And Haney will get the benefit of that because she is going to wind up getting the kill. Well, they catch a break there with that one being blocked at the net. Kept alive then. And then Haney lines it up for the kill. 14-10. Haney will be back to serve. It is up and over. Dug up there by Baker in the territory of being out of play, but great hustle play by Proctor to keep that one alive. Now Allie Tollefson comes. Oh, okay. They're going to say that one was tipped as it went out, so it is going to be a kill for Allie Tollefson. 14-11. Taylor Haney will serve and into the net. Taylor Haney, one of the seniors on this squad. And they've got 7 seniors, but it's a little bit of inexperience here for the Dragons. Even though the 7 seniors, they do have a little bit of inexperience. Meanwhile, this serve from Tyler Rico is going to go long, and they will get another point back, make it 15-12. Tegan Rosinski back to serve for Pine City. And this one's over. It's going to get down. That's an ace for Tegan Rosinski. Her second on the night. Now, interestingly enough, this is kind of what she did in that game against Malacca. And then she put a few aces together. They would love to see that from her here. Get back right back into this game. Serve is over, dug up by Baker this time. And now they're setting it up for Rodberg. Oh, that one winds up staying in. Oh, it looked like it was going to go long, then absolutely took a nosedive to stay in for the kill from Rodberg. Whether that was accidental and maybe just kind of happened, or I would like to say that she did that on purpose because, well, I would claim accidental because, well, I'm just not that talented. Meanwhile, serve is over by Proctor, dug up by Pine City, tapped over, dug up by Allie Tollefson off the net. Oh, my goodness, and they can't get it over. Taylor Tollefson, great awareness to get that one off the net, and then two different Pine City players go after it, and because they couldn't quite decide who it was supposed to be, they just couldn't quite get it over the net. Prime opportunity there, but it's going to go by the wayside. This serve is over, dug up by, oh, no. Bad miscommunication between Taylor Tollefson and Haney. Both of them went after it, stopped because they each thought the other was going to go get it, and it's going to wind up getting down for another Proctor point. This serve is going to be long, so they'll catch a break there, 18-14. Yeah, Pine City's got to be a little bit more aggressive, especially when there's, not sure who's going to go get it. Just go get it. Katie Thiemann will check back in for Lau, and now Lavandusky will check in for Jarakovsky, and Lavandusky will go back to serve. I don't know if I've seen Lavandusky serve so far this year. This will be, maybe. I don't remember Malacca. I don't know if she served in that Malacca game, but we'll see her serve here. It's a good-looking serve. It's dug up by the Proctor rails. Rodberg hits it over. Tollefson off the net. Haney tries to get it, but the deflection a little too strong and just unable to get to it there. It makes it 19-14. Lavandusky out, Lau back in. Good serve from Lavandusky. And hopefully that won't be the last time we get to see her. I feel like with that serve, she at least deserves a chance at another one. That one, serve going to go long from Rodberg, and it will be another point for Pine City. 19-15, so if Pine City's going to get back in this one, they're going to have to go on that run that they need right now, and no one better than Allie Tollefson. We know how well she does on those south dug up by Tallarico. Rodberg trying to get it over. Roberts on the diving dig. Set by Allie Tollefson. Taylor Tollefson, a little too on top of that one. Hits it into the net, and she knows it. So frustrated with herself. She's beside herself darn near. You feel for her because, man, she had that one squared up. So Rodberg will serve. I apologize. I think it was Tallarico who served last for Proctor. Meanwhile, Rodberg's serve is over. Haney will hit it back on the set. It's dug up and then hit over. No one home for Pine City. And that's a kill for the Rails. 21-15. 21-15. Pine City, again, going to have to get things going their direction sooner than later. Otherwise, that fourth set. Oh, and that one's going to be in. An ace for Rodberg. And Pine City might just need a timeout. They will get it. Ooh, it is, the last couple points have not been Pine City's way. And they just need a moment to breathe here. Take a commercial break. Be back after our sponsors.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right. $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
And an update for you from Bram. They trailed 2-0. Maple Lake won the first set 25-14. Maple Lake wins the second 25-21. So Bram getting better as that match goes along. And maybe the third set they can't come out and win, and then go on and win two more and win that one 3-2. Meanwhile, 22-15 here in our game. Proctor leads the third set. It's tied at 1 set apiece. Rodberg will serve. Serve is over. Oh, Lau. Unfortunately, allowed that one to get a little bit too close. Just not set up in correct position for that one. Need to take a step or two back. That one rolls kind of upper arms into her chin. Took it like a champ, but not the way you want that one to go. 23-15 now after the ace from Rodberg. Oh, my goodness. It is going to hit the net and roll over. Talk about an assist for set point. Wow. That is rough. That's a rough go of things on that one. Rodberg's serve is long. So it's going to be set point. Pine City needs 8 in a row to erase set point. Can they do it? Absolutely. We've seen them do it. Roberts out, Rosinski in. Back to serve, Taylor Tollefson. Now again, they need 8 in a row. If Proctor gets any point anyway, this set is over. We're headed to the fourth. Now, that's unfortunate. So that serve will go long from Taylor Tollefson, and set 3 will belong to the Rails, 25-16. Oh, that's a tough way to end that one for Pine City. It was a tough goal of things at the end of that one, and their fans are getting behind them in that student section, trying to encourage them on, get that morale back up, and try and get things back in their direction. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP in this Hones Auto Body and Glass set break. Hones Auto Body and Glass, over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. They're family owned and operated, and they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora. Big city quality auto repair right here.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
October is Minnesota Manufacturing Month. The Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association wants to say thank you to all the manufacturing employees and companies. Without you, we would not have a lot of the products we enjoy using every day. Join us at one of our tours of area manufacturers. Tours available this year will be held at Felling Trailers, Brenny Transportation, and New Flyer. Tours feature both in-person and private tours. Learn how to register or attend at cmmaworks.org. That's cmmaworks.org. This message is brought to you by the Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association and bronze sponsors Falcon National Bank, DeZurich, KCED, Meadowcraft, Manufacturers Alliance, and the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. More information available at cmmaworks.org. Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Well, we were in a Hones Auto Body and Glass set break, but both teams are back out there ready to go, and oh no, looks like we have lost our huddle cam. What happened? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I'm not quite sure what's going on. That's nothing I can control, so I apologize. Yeah, not quite sure what's going on there. Well, that doesn't seem too fair. Well, when we get video back, I will let you know. Unfortunately, I apologize. Nothing I can do about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and this one is over, and Chloe Jurkowski went for the block, and then all of a sudden, she almost went to slam dunk it, it looked like. Let's see if we don't maybe possibly have huddle back. We'll try and get that back up for you. Yeah, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, with the huddle cam. I've lost internet here. We will get it back up and running here shortly. And hopefully that means everything will be back up and ready huddle-wise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Not quite sure what happened there with huddle and with internet. Again, I can't control the huddle camera, so I can't quite tell you what happened there. But we're back. 3-1, Proctor leads off a block at the net. Pine City will get it back across. Chloe Jurkowski with the kill. Yeah, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite sure what happened there, but we are back, and you just heard Jurkowski gets the kill. Meanwhile, Katie Thiemann checks in. Jurkowski out. In for her is Lavandusky. And Lavandusky is going to get another opportunity to go back and serve. And I said it in the just last set. I said, with the way she served last time, she deserved to get another shot, and she will here. And a line drive serve into that. Well, you talk about the announcer's jinx. She can blame me for that one. That was all my fault. That was all my fault on that one. Lau will go back in for her. Yeah, that's the announcer's jinx. And Lavandusky, you can blame me. That is all my fault. Taylor Tollefson will get the dig off the Proctor serve. Now Allie Tollefson says, hey, I want this one, but not going to get it. Tap back across by Proctor. Smart job. Haney with the dig. Lau sets, and Allie Tollefson says, give me another chance, but hits it into the net. You know what? It's a mistake. You wouldn't know it, though. Allie Tollefson just out there, happy to be out there, smiling. Even after a mistake like that, she's up there smiling and said, yep, hey, my bad, guys, but let's get back to the next one. 5-2 Proctor. This one, no, it is in. Both Roberts and Lau looking at that one the whole way. And To be fair, I thought it was going long until it didn't. That, unfortunately there for both of them, that one, nothing they could really do about that one. Because, again, looked like it was going long until the very last possible second. Meanwhile, Vogel, that one will not go on the highlight reel. Mishit that one pretty significantly. We won't poke fun at her at all, but just her facial expression on that one, she was like, ooh, did that happen? Serve here from Allie Tollefson. Gonna be an ace. Allie Tollefson. That's her third ace of the evening. And gets 6-4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. This one, meanwhile, going to go long. Again, right spot, too much. And unfortunately, we've said that far too often tonight where Pine City's hit it into the right spot. They're aiming for the right spot on the court. They've got a little too much strength behind the hit. And it's not that it's bad to say, but unfortunately, when you've got too many of them, it's not the way you want it to go. Meanwhile, this serve, I don't know. That one was close. That would be good enough for a replay in my book. And we'll get that replay here in a moment. But it's going to be an ace for Izzy Jahula. I apologize again to any Proctor fans. Not quite sure how to say that one. At the net. Oh, man. Ellie Pease tried to get it over, but she wound up looking almost like she dunked it. Here's the replay on that last serve. As you can see, Jahula getting ready for it. Roberts checks out, meanwhile, Rosinski in. So here's the serve. Let's take a look. It's on this near side corner. Oh, it does get in. Meanwhile, now to serve for Pine City is Taylor Tollefson. Her serve is up and over, dug up by Rodberg. Rodberg gets ready. She'll look for the kill at the net, and I think it's blocked by Katie Thiemann, or was it into the net? Well, either way, it's Pine City's point. Thiemann was there, and even if she didn't get the block, she provided the hands to force the player from Proctor to hit it into the net. Taylor Tollefson's serve is over. Two players go after it. They're trying to get it back, and they do, but it's going to go into the bleachers. And a point back for Pine City, 8-7. Now, I think no matter what, this is going to be a nitty-gritty battle here. Now, obviously, we want to see it get to a fifth for Pine City to have a chance. But it's certainly not going to be easy for either side. Taylor Tollefson serve. Ace! Ace for Taylor Tollefson. That's her third of the evening. And these young ladies, man, they've got something special brewing with these aces. They've got 6, 7, 8, 9 of them here tonight. Pretty darn good. They had over 10 in their loss to Rush City. Meanwhile, this serve across court, out of bounds. So it'll be an error there, and Proctor will retake the lead, 9-8. Quick sub in, out. I don't have the number. Maybe Jaden Larson was number 13. Can't quite tell, but she's out. In is Talarico, and back to serve is Reagan Rodberg. Serve is up and over. Tollefson with the dig. Sets up for Rosinski. Off the net. It gets over. Rodberg with the dig. Now Talarico looks for the kill off a block at the front of the net. Taylor Tollefson on the back line. Haney will hit it across, but it's dug up by Proctor. They'll set it up at the midline. Rodberg will look for the kill. Dug up by Allie Tollefson. Now to Haney. And Rosinski trying. Yeah, that one was right at the post of the net that holds it up. She tried to hit it back and over, but without kind of getting her hand underneath it and carrying it. Not much she could do on that one. I like the try, though. 10-8 Proctor. Rodberg's serve is up and over, and dug up there by Lau. Taylor Tollefson sets. Oh. Nobody home for Pine City. Haney and Thiemann kind of, I don't want to say they kind of gave up on it, but they both kind of almost turned around as if the play was already over. 11-8. But you know what? To be fair, the play it looked almost like that was not the designed play setup. Meanwhile, we're going to get an ace here for Rodberg. Speaking of aces, she has done a great job of them here tonight. That's her fourth. Her team has 9, 10 of them tonight. Lau out, Lavandusky back in, and Rodberg will serve for Proctor. So again, I say that it looked like Thiemann Haney kind of gave up on it, but again, that was probably not the way that play was designed to be set up. So to be fair, maybe that was how, again, it was, I don't know what I'm looking for, but I don't think neither of them are to blame. Lavandowski out, back in comes Chloe Jurkowski. Lau will then check back in for Thiemann. And back to serve is Lau. Lau the libero for Pine City. Serve is over. Dug up there by Tallarico, and she'll get it set up for her. No! It's going to wind up getting down for a Pine City point. A little bit of miscommunication there between Proctor, and I think what happened is Tallarico saw that one going back towards Izzy Jahola, and I don't know if she thought maybe she was going to get it again, and maybe got confused because she had already made the set, so she couldn't get it again. And the serve from Lau is over again. Pushed over this time. Taylor Tollefson's going to get the dig, but we're going to get a double hit on Proctor. Hey, any way you can get it, you'll take it. So Pine City gets one back. 12-11 now on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Lau, serve up and just out on that far side. I like the idea of going cross court. Again, another good spot, just carried a little too far. 13-11 Proctor. Tell you what, though, if Pine City is able to get over the hump here in this fourth, tie it up, and then take the lead, I don't know if they're going to relinquish the lead. Just the way this set is going, they've been, again, like I said in the first set, they've been that close, and if they can get over the hump, get this game, this set tied, and then get over the hump and retake the lead, I don't think they'll be giving it back. It will be Savannah Baker to serve. It is over. Tollefson back line. She'll get the dig. Set Haney. Taylor Tollefson from the middle line gets that one over, but nice dig there from Proctor. Back over. Allie Tollefson. It's dug up by her. Nice hustle play by Taylor, and then it's pushed over by Lau. Great job there by them. And now through a block, the kill there for Lily Tallarico. Yeah, unfortunately for Pine City, it's they kind of get one or two, and then Proctor gets one. And then, so although eventually you'd wind up getting the lead, right now they need to put a few together. Tollefson with the dig. It's into the bleachers. An ace there for Savannah Baker this time. 15-11, and if Proctor wins this set, it is over. If Pine City wins, we're headed to a fifth. This will be the first, if it does, 5-set match I've seen this season. This serve is over, dug up by Allie Tollefson to Haney, and Jarakowski. I don't think she could decide which way to try and get that one over the net. She obviously didn't want to get a carry on it, so she just couldn't quite decide, and unfortunately, that one winds up getting down. 16-11, Proctor. Serve is over, dug up by Taylor Tollefson to Haney. And she comes back with one. Chloe Jarakowski says, all right, made the mistake, but I'm going to redeem myself, and she does with that one. Nice job there by Jarakowski, one of the juniors on this squad. Back to serve now will be Taylor Haney. Again, Haney, one of the 7 seniors. Serve is over. Dug up that time by Rodberg. Vogel reaches, blocked at the net by both Jarakowski and Tollefson. And that will get down for a Pine City point. Nice job by those two young ladies getting the block there. 16-13. And Haney's serve is over. Getting low for that dig and then getting it over. Vogel diving dig there by Taylor Tollefson. Setting it up for Rosinski. It gets over, but Rosinski's going to wind up getting the kill and gets her team back within a couple. 16-14. Haney under hit that one. Just not enough juice on that one, which is a rare occurrence tonight because we've been talking a lot tonight about, a little too much juice on that one, a little too much juice on that one. Just not enough on that one. And again, timing a little bit disrupted. And it is so important to be consistent in your timing with the serve, as one little millisecond difference can make all the difference in the world. Meanwhile, Dragons get the dig. Rosinski gets it back over on the diving dig from Proctor. Haney will push it across, and then it's dug up by the rails. Now Tallarico looks for the kill, and it's dug up again after the block by Proctor. They'll push it over. Lau with the dig. Haney sets, and Tollefson, oh man. A little too on top of that one, and she knows it. It hits the bottom of the net, 18-14 Proctor. That's a tough one there for Taylor. He's upset with herself. But, hey, she's got to remember, her team is still in this. This is not over yet. Serve is over from Lynch, and it's going to get down right in front of a diving Lau for an ace. She's got 4 aces tonight, does Lynch, which is tied for the team lead with Rodberg. It's impressive. She's not there are 3 players with multiple aces, Rodberg, Lynch, and Vogel. Vogel has 2. Lynch serve again. Lau dig. Set by Haney. Taylor Tollefson from the midline. That is in! That about as accurate and as smooth of a looking kill as you'll get. Taylor Tollefson. And even though it wasn't her strongest hit, she didn't need it to be her strongest. She needed it to be accurate, and that's what that one was accurate. Great pinpoint accuracy there by Taylor Tollefson, 19-15. Oh, and unfortunately for Rosinski, that one's going to get into the net. Again, just got to stay positive. Roberts will check in for Rosinski. Both Roberts and Rosinski seniors. Not 20-15, excuse me. Serve is over. Taylor Tollefson dives for it. Jerkowski gets it. Haney will hit it across. Dug up by Proctor. Rodberg will look for the kill. Off a block. Lau with the dig. Haney sets for Taylor Tollefson into the net. And Taylor's just... Taylor Tollefson wants that one back. But, again, she's got to remember, this thing is not over yet. Her team has plenty of chances to get this one back. Allie Tollefson looks for the kill. She gets it through 2 sets of hands for the kill. And maybe getting some life back into the team. Thiemann will check in for Lau. And Coach Tollefson talking to Taylor, just, hey, remember, still plenty of time. Let's pick our heads up. Let's be positive. But it's tough. Again, this team, I've talked about it for many years now. They're very, very tough on themselves. And again, while that is good, you don't want to be too tough on yourselves. Give yourselves a break every once in a while. Jerkowski with the serve. Vogel looks for the kill. Haney with the nice dig, and Haney's going to get it right back across after the Roberts set. Nice job there by Pine City. Over and pushed into the net that time by Lila Grusendorf. And it'll be 21-17 now. Pine City gets another one back. Got some work to do, but still plenty of time as Jerkowski will serve. Serve is over, dug up by Baker. Vogel looks for the kill. Haney there for the dig. Set by Thiemann, and Taylor Tollefson will hit back across. Dug up by Proctor. Get it towards the far side. Rodberg hits it over. Taylor Tollefson, a diving dig. Hit back over by Rosinski. Nice job. Excuse me. Yes, that's Jerkowski. And this is out. Perfect placement by Rodberg. A little too far on the hit, though. And they get another one back on the unforced error, 21-18. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that was the case there for Pine City. Got a little bit lucky on that one because they were out of position for that hit anyways. Not out of position for the whole thing, but just for that one hit. Jerkowski's serve goes long. That was a good line drive serve. Had a little too much carry on it. Had no nosedive on it. She'll check out. In comes Lau. Vogel will be back to serve for Proctor. This one off the net. Haney will somehow get that set, and they can't get it over to Thiemann. Lau got to it, Haney, and then it was Thiemann who tried to get it. But just not the correct angle to try and get that one. So Vogel will get it over again. 23-18. Roberts, Allie Tollefson, and then Roberts not going to get it over. So this will be match point. Pine City needs 6 straight points to erase match point by Proctor. It's up and over. Dug up by Lau. Haney sets for Allie Tollefson, and a little underneath that one. It's going to go long, and set 4 will be Proctor. So they win 3 straight sets to get the win here, 3-1, and win this third set 25-18. So Pine City falls here in this one, 3-1. But what a battle it was here for Pine City. This was a phenomenal battle in this one against a formidable opponent in the section. So we're going to take commercial break, and then we'll be back, and we'll hopefully get an interview with our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. But first, a word from our fine sponsors.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right. They'll fix you up right.
On WCMP, Pine City falls 3-1 to Proctor. We'll get our Pine Insurance Player of the Game here after a moment. But again, it was a tough one here for Pine City, but man, what a battle, and they battled hard throughout the finish in this one. It was an entertaining one to say the least, and again, I would watch that over and over again because, again, Pine City just continues to improve, and Proctor, a very formidable opponent, and came in here 4-3 on the season. So Pine City, unfortunately, with the loss, falls to 0-3. But again, this team is only going to get better and better and better as the season goes along. So I can't wait to see, again, what this team is going to turn into, because they're going to get better, and they're going to look a lot different in a good way at the end of the season. So we'll, unfortunately, it's a tough loss here tonight. It doesn't make it any easier, but no matter what I say, no matter how I try to put it, it doesn't make it any easier. It is a tough loss at home, but again, another chance to play in front of the home crowd, and you get the first game at home as the school begins. So yeah, it is an unfortunate loss, but for Pine City, you can only get better. And again, they did improve here tonight. It did look like they improved here tonight. When they won the first set, they were, again, the second set a little bit more lopsided, but then the third and fourth, was so much better. They had spurts, but they just needed to put it together a little bit more consistently here in this one. And again, we will eventually get our Player of the Game interview thanks to Pine Insurance Agency. In Pine City, they have a lot of locations, actually, in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and Pine City. You can visit pineagency.us to learn how you can start saving. Now, I go through Pine Insurance Agency myself. I do. So I speak from experience that Pine Insurance Agency is a fantastic agency to use. They are great people. Super friendly. You can't run into someone that isn't going to be super friendly with you there. So they are a great staff there, and they're great people to work with for your insurance needs. I'll tell you what, I think you might get one more commercial break in here before. Meanwhile, Bram won that third set over there in Bram against Maple Lake. So that one's in a 2-1. Now, they won that third set 25-21. So, Bram back into that one. They're trying to win set 4 and 5 and get out of there with a 3-2 victory. But we're going to get one more commercial break here in this one, and then we will be back with our Pine Insurance Player of the Game interview here.
When it comes to yours or your
WCMP.
loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on WCMP, we're now joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, that is Taylor Haney. First of all, Taylor, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And you guys won that first set. That was a pretty good first set for you guys. How did it feel to come out in front of the home crowd and get that first set victory?
That felt good. We had a lot of energy that game. We didn't have a lot of unforced errors. We were swinging hard. We stayed up that game, and we had a lot of energy, so you could feel it in the gym. It's fun.
Yeah, and this senior group has been together for a while. What was it like after that first set amongst these seniors, being able to go back out there set two?
I think it felt good. I mean, this is our first set taken at home, so it's good to get a win under our belt at home a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the second and third set kind of got a little bit lopsided, but you guys still battled back like that. What was it like to come back into that third set and be a lot more competitive and get back into that one?
It felt good. We did definitely a lot better picking ourselves back up than we did on Friday against Malacca. So that's good. That's progress. We have more to work on, but that felt a lot better.
Yeah, and they're watching this team. This team is very hard on themselves. You can tell when you guys are out there. You guys are very hard on yourselves, but there's also a lot of positivity with this team. A lot of picking each other up and you being behind each other. What is that like to have your teammates who are ready and there to pick you up?
It feels good knowing you have a support system, like a net to fall back to, because I know my teammates will be there to pick me up because I am as well as hard on myself. So it's always good to have someone telling you that you got it.
Absolutely. For sure. And that fourth set, that one was so close, and it felt like if you guys were able to maybe tie that one, you were going to be able to take that victory. But even though you didn't, right in the middle of that one, it felt like maybe it had changed in your favor. What was the kind of the message to you guys there in the middle of that fourth set? Different question we'll go with. Yeah. We'll go with that one. That one a little too difficult. No. But no, this fourth set, it was a challenging one for sure, but you guys got close. Were you guys kind of getting a little bit more confidence later in that fourth set?
Yeah, we were able to stay swinging. We had a few less service errors in the middle of that, and we had some confidence, and our passes were getting there, and I was able to set up our hitters for some good swings, and so that was good. Now,
you're primarily the setter. Kind of give us a look into what your job is out on the court.
My job is to set up the smart plays and pick the offense that is swinging away, I guess, or playing smart. I mean, not always going to the person that's going to hit it the hardest, but our smartest players, our players that are up, and I just kind of run the floor. Like, a lot of the girls feed off my attitude, so I do my best to keep it up because you're kind of like the quarterback of the floor out there.
For sure. And now up here it's easy to say, a lot harder down there, but how hard is it when those serves are really close to that sideline to determine whether it's going to be in or out?
It's really hard because they're coming pretty quick, and when they get tight like that, it's hard to tell. I mean, I'm not a serve receiver, so I don't know a whole lot, but it definitely is hard to tell because of angles and everything, and especially like if you're a little off balance and you're trying to come back, it's definitely pretty hard to tell.
For sure. But you guys will have another home game here on Thursday. You'll get to host Bram. What does it mean for you to be able to come back and host another home game this week?
I'm pretty excited. I think with a little bit of practice and some rest from games as well, I think we'll be able to come back and hopefully play a better game and hopefully take a win at home.
Yeah, we'll get to host Bram, a rival school. But how important is it in this first week of school to be able to have two home games?
it's really nice. We don't have to ride the bus. I mean, we get to go home and rest before the game a little bit too. And obviously it's our home court. We know it a little bit better. And so it's nice to, when we get back in the swing of things, have a little bit of familiarity out here.
For sure. Well, Taylor Haney, thanks so much for joining me. Congrats on being our player of the game, and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
That, again, was our player of the game, our Pine Insurance player of the game, Taylor Haney. Again, the setter out there for Pine City. Yes, a very tough job. And, again, it's not an easy job, so we appreciate her for joining us here in the postgame. But that is going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen, for me. I appreciate Taylor Haney coming up and doing that postgame interview. Again, not always easy for these young ladies to come up no matter what. It can be intimidating to come up to a broadcaster. Not that I'm an intimidating force by any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes it's their first time being on the radio. So try and ask some of the what I think are smart questions, but they wind up not being smart questions, as you can tell. But I appreciate Taylor Haney for coming up and joining us here in the post game. It means a lot to me for her to be able to come up and join us here in the post game. She was our Pine Insurance player of the game. Once again, the Pine City Dragons fall to Proctor here in this one 3-1. I will thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsored this and every one of our broadcasts here this fall. And if you want to learn more about sports in general, local sports, be sure one of the biggest keys is to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you'll get notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. And then all you have to do is click the notification that you get sent. It will take you right to the live video. Also, go to the morning shows on 100.9 FM with Josh Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports update. We'll talk this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus regional, and maybe sprinkle in some national sports as well. Also, another way is our website at WCMPradio.com. You can find more under the sports tab. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will have all the links for the week of play that we'll be covering. So if you go there now, you'll see all the links for this week, including tonight's games on there, and that is subject to change. You can also find interviews with coaches and players on there, plus articles from games that we've been at. Another way to stay tuned is obviously our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all WCMP, and our Twitter is Q Media Sports for that one. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with our local sports on our social medias. Once again, we appreciate you for tuning in. Thanks so much to all of our fine sponsors. And again, remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what somebody's going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. The final, Pine City falls to Proctor 3-1 here tonight. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.